Good morning. I'm checking around the corner to see that my microphone is actually turned on, plugged in, all the rest of it, of all the tech things that I've been doing so far. Yes, it could possibly be the one that was a breaker. You wouldn't have been able to hear me. So, good morning to Kim. And it's lovely to see you this morning. It is Saturday and it's also the 1st of July, which also means it's my grandson's birthday. Happy birthday to you, Archer. And it's also the start of a new financial year here in Australia. All those things, milestones, are they? It's just time passing, isn't it? Experience and be in the present moment is what I'm getting right now. So, good morning to Jennifer. And on YouTube, wow, so at least I know it's going to there. It's working, the technology is working. So there we go. I did notice my Be Live wasn't working because I didn't reset the full computer. I haven't turned it off for a few days and it needs that, I gather. So, it's Sister Kay's birthday tomorrow, so she's a 2nd of July baby. Well, there you go. Happy birthday to Kay tomorrow if I forget or don't get on or whatever. Who knows what happens, doesn't it? Be in the present moment. And there's Jennifer wishing Kay happy. Oh, to Arthur, yeah. Thank you, Archer, but that's okay. I might have mumbled how I said that, but that's okay. And good morning, Michaela. The weather report, yeah, news and weather report. I haven't done a weather report yet. It was raining most of the night. Had a lovely evening last night though, with a fire pit outside and a nice wine or two. It was lovely. So kept warm enough. It was cold, but we kept warm enough. But today there is clouds in the sky. It's looking like it's going to be showers still. Maybe heavier rain. It looks light enough for just the nice light showers. So there you go. So there's my weather report, Michaela. And good morning from Connie. Good news. Let's see. I haven't actually done the cards layout yet because in the way that I was doing some of the setup, I found another deck that I have at the back that it's been sitting there. See where that is? That's the Housewives Tarot. And I actually have got this deck that was propped up on top of that. It's in a beautiful tarot box. I love it. It's so old. Like I got it probably in 2004. It was probably my first deck, but it is a tarot deck this morning, not a Lenormand deck. But you'll see, yes, it's beautiful, isn't it? And where we've got, did I put up your happy birthday to Kay there, Michaela? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Kay will see it. Happy birthday, sunny day in Sydney, which is good. And a thank you from Michaela. Yeah, look, I think I did. Love the box. Yeah, it is a long time ago. I mean, not a lot's old. It's not ancient. It's just that I got it probably around 2004. So it does make it nearly 20 something years old, doesn't it? And it is a velvet. I put it up. Gee, I keep fiddling with the buttons, don't I? So let's go across to the cards though. So while I do that, certainly um, tap into your connection with spirit in whatever way you do. Have that sense and feeling and knowingness that you are connecting with that right pathway that's bringing in the messages for you. So just don't doubt it. Trust that your connection is for you, individual, unique, that you're receiving what messages you need from what is this guidance of the cards today, as well as what your spiritual guidance is bringing to you. Open your mind to that, or heart, whichever way you want to connect with it. Now, here we go with the table. This is what I was meaning. Here's the table. Now, you can see this box, right? And so what we've got in it, that's actually looking a really dull colour, isn't it? It is dull lighty. It's sort of dull light outside. So here we go once you open it, and it's going to flop. Now, with anything that's to do with tarot, not storing them to keep them safe, I do put a crystal in here. And this one we've got is an amethyst. And I think probably to match with what the case itself is. It is beautifully made. It's quite solid and very nice. I've got no idea where I bought that from years ago. And it is the tarot, remember? Now, if you can take note, there's the back of this deck. It is the same artist as the Gilded Reverie. This is Gilded Tarot. Gilded Reverie, Lenormand Gilded Tarot, and it's Ciro Marchetti. See the artist name there? Ciro Marchetti is the artist of these as well. And you can tell, oh, I've got those ones back to front. You can tell, and this is where I get the layout. This is showing my cheat sheet, isn't it? And this is showing the layout that we use for the weekdays. See how I've been using this for 4 years? Work, home, unexpected, your role, outcome. This is the layout. Because it just so suits the time we have to share together on a weekday. And it's actually a very complete type of a spread. So it's a lovely one to work with. That's what I've found over the time. So here is just a quick brief. There's the artwork. It's absolutely beautiful. So what I'm going to do is I'll shuffle these now. And this, you can see why it's a little more difficult for me to shuffle because they're bigger. You can tell from what is here, the size of these are quite a bit bigger than the actual cards that are in this deck. Oh, which way around is it? They are bigger, guaranteed. So here we go. Just shuffling. So that's just clearing and cleansing them. We knock them. Doesn't have to be a particular number of times, but I do it 3 times just because I like the number 3, and I'm shuffling 3 times to actually, in my mind, connecting with spirit to bring the messages needed for today. And that's all I do. 3, I think that was 3 times. If it wasn't, well, we got an extra, didn't we? And I'm only going to put 3 cards down. Now with this tarot, it can tend to make a bit of a difference if it's in reverse, but I'm putting them up the right way regardless, because I don't normally read reversals anyway. So here we go. And unfortunately, yes, my camera is still not focusing very well, is it? So let's go zooming in, and we'll hopefully have them clear enough with some clarity for you to see them. Now, good morning to you, Kay, as well. I'll go through these before I start the reading. There are some comments that's popped up in the meantime. Lovely to have you here, and happy birthday for tomorrow, Kay. We got that hint from Kim. And there you go, you're reminding her. She already said to us, out there in the big world now. So, your birthday tomorrow, don't forget the prezzy. Oh, that's so funny. And here we go. Yes, birthday for Archer today. Cake and balloons and presents for him today. I dare say he will be. Unfortunately, I won't be heading off to see them. I'm not quite sure what their plans are, but I'll certainly give him a phone call at least. And like me, exactly. Yeah, the presents. Oh, I'm a naughty nana and forgot. But that's okay. They know me. Unfortunately, my family do understand I don't have much of a memory when it comes to doing presents and gifts and things. But that's okay. The sentiment's still there. Here we go with our cards today. They're beautiful. There's a 4 of Wands, so we're going to read these as if it's the past, the influences that have come forward from our past to bring into our today. This is more the center of what our today is, the present moment, and this is more of what we might be able to look forward to. So bringing, shifting that further into what we can expect for our day tomorrow, whether it's the rest of the day or tomorrow. So the 4 of Wands, the Wands is a bit like it's around the intellect, growing creativity, things like that. Not intellect, yeah, the creativity, growing things. It's as if, with the sticks that you can propagate from a tree and things like that is how I see Wands, as being that you can nurture and really grow into what is that next potential in whatever form. in this, with the 4, we're on that pathway, we're progressing it, and you can see that there's an abundance here. So it's bringing in that is family oriented, that's starting to be really fruitful, and it's in the pattern of I'm feeling almost like a 4-poster bed with this one, but it's stakes that are, set as stakes that are holding up that beautiful floral garland on the top, as if, it is encompassing, surrounding, giving that sense of abundance and security, and, propagation. What's the, well, it is propagation, but, producing, they're breeding like rabbits. So it's going to continue coming forward as a prolific way of moving into our day to day. So you've got lots that you can use as that is what you've experienced in the past, to be setting toward what you're doing right now. So it's given you that not basic but beautiful background of where you are right now. I just noticed this gorgeous little dragonfly, isn't it? Superb. I do like dragonflies, and that's a lot because one of my daughters studied marine biology at uni, and she was actually um, doing the research, identifying different species, or what species of dragonfly were in the watercourses in aquaculture areas. So it was a fascinating journey for her, I think, and she, because it's an area that she really did enjoy, and loves the dragonfly as a symbol as well. Hence, I suppose I've connected with that as well, as part of that influence of what I've come through in the past to where I am now. So here we now have the 8 of Pentacles. So it's all this creativity and growth that we're bringing into what we're now experiencing in the 8 of Pentacles. It's using our resources, because Pentacles is our money, it's our physical abundance in what we have in our environment, in our homes, in our work and business, that's current, because this is the present moment. So that, here we have a scholar that is making the time, investing the time in study. And we've got the 8 is really, because when you look at the numbers, as far as a 1 to a 9, and then the 10, which returns to naught, it's the cycle of 1 to 9 is a progression. So as 8, he's gathered what is the abundance, and doesn't need to be too concerned about what is around and about him in that monetary sense, and can spend the time, and can, spend, invest, be in that frame of being able to concentrate and work at and do his studies, or whatever else he's wanting to do. Or she, of course. I mean, this is more of a masculine looking depiction here of the person. So I'd put it in as a steady, sturdy, grounded, and yes, probably that more analytical and masculine style of energy for our day to day. And here we do have, and I think I can zoom in even a little bit further, and you might just be able to see that. I think, I'm not sure whether it's a mouse or a monkey. I think I might have to just lift this one up so we can have a close look, see if it will focus for us. What actually is that? Can anyone see that clearly? Let me see if I can focus it. Oh, it's a mouse. Look at that. So being overlooked by that gorgeous mouse. So here we are, the student studying the pentacle, working out ways, I would say, to continue onward with it. I'm just not seeing what the spider is. Oh, it is a spider. Beautiful cards. I just love the detail in these. It's a shame it's not showing up as well as it could with the camera work. But there we have a really nice, studious, concentrating, getting down to the task. That's what I like with this card. Pretty cool. And as I move this over a little bit to give us the space to see the Queen, and I will put this down a little, the Queen of Cups. So we've got 3 of the suits in this reading. We've got the Wands for the creativity. We've got the Pentacles for that earthiness and, the physical resources we have. And now we've got the Queen of Emotions. Cups is that holds fluid, water, whatever is in a flow, liquid form, so that it brings to mind it is more the emotional suit, so that we're looking at the feelings and how we're progressing with that in our day, at whatever time that's going to look towards that is the future. And it's interesting that she is actually placed in that position that is looking towards the future here. Oh, well, that way. I have to go opposite in this one. I'm doing directions. So holding that cup, being aware of how you're feeling around what's coming forward and what your expectations are, but also putting your intentions in this being something that's positive for your movement forward. So from where we are in the present moment and being that little bit more studious around how we're or studious, aware of how we're moving and using our resources and learning more and growing it more, we're going to be I'm feeling an analysis of sorts, of how or why are we doing some of this with our money, our resources, our abundance. What is the purpose? Bring that intention in so that you know that it's going to bring forward that feels good, that what purpose you are putting it to is in that best sense of, a queen is a leader in that more feminine style, and we're going to put that forward into that's feeling good for us, for the overall, but as well for our own inner sense of well-being, of unconditional love for what we're doing, who we are, growing that part of it. Okay, so there we go. Build into what you're doing today the intention to move forward like that queen of your emotions, bringing that sense of joy and happiness, and put it there as your intention. You want to find, you want to create that for others as well as yourself, because the energy, what you put out, goes round and comes back and put out again. It's that cycling of, well, it's energetics, isn't it? It's we do know that if we're going to be narky to somebody, we're going to get it back. If we're going to be loving to somebody and put out good vibes, sharing community, all that sort of thing, in happy, joyful ways, we're going to get it back. So it is pretty much self-explanatory. So with those cards, I think we've got a good basis for our guidance today, don't you think? So, there we go. We've got Sani. Good morning, Sanya. Lovely to see you from over WA. Say hi to Simon if you ever catch up with him at any point. I think I've got no idea what cycle he's on with his FIFO. And good morning, Kat. You're in Essex. You're overseas today? Wow, you're on holiday, I presume. Oh, what wonderful, wonderful excitement that would be. I loved doing the trip many years ago over there. It's a long journey though, isn't it? And Kim, you're mentioning it's on a par with what you're going to be doing today. That's wonderful. See, you put the intention, you wanted good cards, you've got good cards. And here we go from Connie, thank you, and having a lovely day. Thank you for joining me. And Michaela, that beautiful row of emojis, I love it, as you know. So wonderful. Thank you so much for being here. I know I was a little late. It was the techie stuff, but hey, we're still joining together and sharing this energy of what messages that spirit can bring to us in whatever way you receive. I hope it is blessed. And of course, that you are growing and being that best you that you can be. So lovely, isn't it? I'll see you tomorrow, and namaste for now. Bye.